UN Habitat has just launched its World Cities Report 2026, focusing on the global housing crisis. According to the report, nearly 3 billion people worldwide, close to 40% of the world's population, are affected by housing challenges. These include unaffordable housing, shortages of adequate homes, poor living conditions, and limited access to basic services. Affordability was one of the key topics raised today. Speakers noted that housing prices in many regions are rising faster than incomes, making adequate housing harder to access.
Relocation or displacement needs to be a very last resort. One always needs to explore local solutions before considering moving people in a distance where their livelihoods would have to be disrupted and restarted in another place. So I think that also means that yes, climate does affect local informal housing, but that's where we have to put all our efforts into innovative engineering solutions, and often these are solutions that are upstream.
If you look at our data on affordability, they experience high levels of affordability as well. Very expensive housing. If you go to Asia, Southeast Asia, a lot of they experience housing pressures as well, both informality. They also experience issues relating to climate resilient housing, and they also experience the high cost of housing. In fact, Hong Kong has been deemed to have the highest levels of unaffordability, whereby you need 21 years of income to be able to afford a modern house in Hong Kong. So these are some of the issues. A lot of Asian countries, a lot of African countries, and also a lot of Latin American countries.
The panel also focused on displacement and climate challenges. According to the report, climate-related hazards could destroy around 167 million homes by 2040. At the same time, more than 123 million people worldwide have been forcibly displaced, placing additional pressure on urban areas and housing systems. Another issue raised during today's discussion involved informal housing. Experts argued that informal settlements should not automatically be viewed as a problem to eliminate. Instead, they said these communities should be included in housing solutions and urban planning efforts. The discussion also looked toward the future. Cities around the world are expected to absorb an additional 2 billion residents by 2050, increasing demand for housing even further. Experts conclude that solving the housing crisis is not only about building more homes, it's about building the right homes, making them affordable, and creating systems that support communities. Reporting from World Urban Forum in Baku, Sabina Abubekir, Zohrab Shirinov, AnewZ.